These are the students the students and the instructor at the Bok Fu Pai, the White Tiger Kung Fu school in Denton. There's like a main school in California, but this is a branch off from that. And the Sifu at this school was trained there by, I guess, one of the, like, there's like a whole lineage, they know their lineage, like his Sifus or something, was like one of the, like the one who originated this specific method. What is one thing that surprised you about your informants? It's always surprising to see a range of ages. Like the Sifu will bring his son who's 8 years old, and then there's like kids in high school, college, just like adults with like families. And on Saturdays there's a Tai Chi class, and a lot of like senior ladies will come to do that because Tai Chi moves a little slower. There's one thing I was surprised, like what I would call the core group of people who are like usually there, like the Sifu, and the Sifu has kind of like an apprentice. He's there like every time. He stays after and helps the Sifu like clean up and stuff, and I think he's learning to become an instructor himself. And then there's another college-age student and me. We come the most, and because it was Halloween the other week, and we were talking about like horror films, and I was like kind of surprised, like, because usually, I don't know, it's like not for everybody, but like we're all like listing off like good horror films, like things we're gonna watch, like things we've just seen, yada yada yada. I don't know, is there something about Kung Fu students and that genre? I don't know. And it's pleasantly surprising for me to see a group of people who come together like on a regular basis, and they like generally want to improve themselves, and they like support each other and give each other praise. Like it's like really uplifting. I don't know, like, because maybe I'm just not used to like such healthy group dynamics, and because of that, what's one thing that you've had to overcome in this project? I'm always kind of like afraid that if somebody else sees me doing something, or like because I do a lot of like stretching and yoga, so like I'm kind of flexible only because that I worked at it. Like I'm always afraid that somebody's gonna be like, wow, and like see me and try to like start, you know, competing with me, because I don't like competition. But so I'm glad that I'm in an environment where the students are encouraged not to compare themselves to each other, but to be patient and work on themselves and go at their own pace. And then I just have to believe that I'm trying my best to do that, and that everybody else is trying to do that, because I mean we're all human, it happens, you know. But it's just, I don't know, it's good that that is one of the main focuses, I guess, like kind of internal, external, self, all that jazz. Oh yeah, since I'm not super social, it's also been kind of hard/awkward for me to make conversation. I don't know, since I tend to do better like one-on-one versus in a group. So that's something I'm trying to do better at. What is one thing you want people to know about your informants? Like, not all Kung Fu students are just doing it so they can learn how to beat people up, you know, because when you go, like, you don't get like belts, you don't get promoted unless you're like dedicated and you're doing the drills, and it's a lot of conditioning, and it's like, it's painful, but like everybody's like doing it together. They're all like huffing and puffing and suffering together. So that's, I don't know, it creates, I guess, more like a big sense of camaraderie. Like, I guess more like, that's not something that I guess I was expecting. But I guess it makes sense because they meet like 4 times a week, and I try to go at least 3 times. So when you're going and you're seeing a group that often, I guess you kind of build that dynamic. I don't know. What was the last conversation you had with an informant? On Saturday, the Sifu had his 8-year-old son there, and actually, we were talking about origami. He made me this little, it's a snake. I don't know if you can tell, but so we were talking about origami, and then we were talking about Japan, because the Sifu was actually stationed there, I think in the Navy, I believe, back in the day. So we were talking about Japan and the language, and I don't know, that's one thing that we have in common, I guess, is an interest in Japan. I'm actually sitting at a kotatsu right now, which is a Japanese heated table. Anyway, what is one word you would use to describe your informants? It's hard for me to come up with these last couple ones, but I would probably go with conscious. They're very, I don't know, just aware, like they're there, I don't know, like not necessarily that, like they express that verbally, but I don't know, like, because you know, like they're all coming there, like they're dedicated, we're working hard, like leaving our egos at the door, and I don't know. What is one word your informants would use to describe themselves? Probably righteous, because we got our little crate here, which I guess I'll show here if you pause the screen. I'm not gonna read it off. I'm already 7 minutes over. I mean, yeah, you know, what would be a good title for a movie based on your informants? Enter the White Tigers, or The Eyes of Steel. But like the end of the class, it's more like The Drunken Master 4, and like we're all worn out. Leave us with an image of your informants. So we had actually a picture day, but the Sifu said he posted the photos online. I just couldn't find them anywhere. So here's like the t-shirt that we wear, and here's the back. Yeah, if anyone's interested, come by, check it out.